Hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Adam, and today we're going to talk about something very important. How to build your vocabulary fast. Why vocabulary is important. Vocabulary is one of the most important parts of learning any language. The more words you know, the easier it is to speak, understand, and express yourself in English. Think about it. When you know more words, you can explain your ideas better and understand what other people are saying. It's like having a bigger toolbox to help you communicate. Plus, when you learn new words, you also open the door to better understanding when listening or reading in English. The more words you know, the better you'll be at understanding movies, songs, news, or even books in English. What you'll learn. Today, I'm going to show you some quick and easy ways to grow your vocabulary. These tips are simple, and you can start using them today. We'll keep it fun and easy, so you'll feel confident as you learn. We'll talk about how to learn new words, how to remember them, and how to use them in your everyday life. Let's dive right in. Learning vocabulary is very important because it helps you in many different ways. First, it makes conversations easier. When you know more words, you can speak and understand others more clearly. For example, if you know the words for different foods, places, and feelings, you can talk about them easily. The more words you know, the better you can express yourself. It is like having more tools in your toolbox. If you have many tools, you can fix many things. But if you have only a few tools, it is harder to fix problems. In the same way, knowing more words helps you speak better, understand people more easily, and express your ideas clearly. Vocabulary also helps you when you read books, watch movies, or listen to music. If you don't know the words, it's hard to understand what is happening. But when you know more words, you can understand the story better. You can enjoy books and movies more because you won't have to stop and look up words all the time. The better your vocabulary, the more you can enjoy and understand English media. Another way vocabulary helps is with writing. If you know many words, you can write better. You can make your writing more interesting and clear by using the right words. Writing becomes much easier when you know how to use the right word for every situation. One of the best ways to build your vocabulary is to start with the most common words. These are words that people use every day in conversations. Why start with these words? Because they will help you understand and talk about everyday situations. For example, the word hello is used when you greet someone. It is a very simple word, but you will use it many times every day. Words like food, water, friend, home, and family are all very common. These words are important because you need them in many situations. If you know them, you can easily talk about basic things like eating, talking to your family, or going to the store. Let's look at a few examples of common words. Food is a word you will use when you talk about eating. It's something we all need, so we use this word every day. Love is a word you use to talk about how you feel about people, animals, or things. It's used all the time in conversations and stories. Work is a word that talks about what people do for their job. Almost everyone uses this word when talking about their daily life. These words are the building blocks of the English language. If you know them, you can start to understand and speak better right away. Once you know these common words, you will find it easier to learn more difficult words in the future. By focusing on common words first, you can quickly improve your English, Imagine you are in a new country and you don't know much English. If you know how to say hello, please, and thank you, you can start to communicate. Then, by learning words for food, shopping, and directions, you can get by in many situations. Starting with simple, common words helps you feel confident when you speak. You won't feel nervous about talking to others because you already know the basic words. As you learn more, you can slowly add more complex words to your vocabulary. This is how most people learn English. They start with simple words and build up from there. Fast ways to learn vocabulary. Learn 5 words a day. One of the best ways to learn vocabulary quickly is to start small and keep it simple. You don't need to learn many words all at once. Instead, aim to learn just 5 new words every day. This may seem easy, but over time, it adds up. In 1 week, you'll have learned 35 new words. In a month, that's 150 words. Learning 5 words a day is a manageable goal, and it won't take too much time. Think about words you'll use a lot in your daily life. For example, you can start with words related to food, family, or your job. If you learn words that are important for you, you'll be able to use them right away. Plus, when you learn words that are meaningful to you, it's easier to remember them. You don't need to spend hours on vocabulary. Just 5 words a day is enough to see great improvement. Remember, small steps lead to big progress. Use flashcards or apps. Flashcards are one of the best tools to help you learn and remember new words. You can create your own flashcards with paper or use apps like Anki, Quizlet, or Cram. The key to remembering words is repetition. With flashcards, you review words regularly, which helps you remember them for a long time. When you use flashcards, you can write the word on one side and its meaning or translation on the other side. You can even add an example sentence to help you understand how the word is used. For example, on one side, write happy, and on the other side, write feeling good or I am happy today. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are great because they let you review your flashcards anywhere, even on your phone. These apps use a method called spaced repetition, which shows you words you need to review at the right time so you remember them better. The more you practice with flashcards, the easier it will be to remember your vocabulary. It's a fun way to review and improve your word list every day. Make sentences. Once you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence. This is a very important step. When you make a sentence with a new word, you practice using the word in context, and this helps you remember it better. For example, if you learn the word happy, don't just memorize the meaning. Make a sentence with it. You could say, I'm happy today, or she looks happy. By using the word in a sentence, you learn how it fits into the structure of a sentence and how to use it in conversation. If you make sentences with your new words, you will remember them more easily. Plus, you will learn how to use the words correctly so you can speak naturally and sound more fluent. Practice speaking the sentences out loud to help your pronunciation as well. Practice with a friend. One of the best ways to learn vocabulary quickly is to practice speaking with someone else. Find a friend, family member, or even a language partner online who is willing to practice with you. Speaking with others will help you remember new words because you use them in real conversations. For example, if you learned the word book, you can use it by saying, I like to read books. Or you can ask your friend, what is your favorite book? Practicing words with a friend helps you get comfortable using them. You can also ask your friend to help you with pronunciation if you are not sure how to say a word. When you practice speaking, you become more confident. You will start using your new vocabulary in conversations, and it will feel natural. The more you speak, the better you will get at remembering the words and using them correctly. Watch movies or read. Watching movies or reading books in English is another great way to learn new words. By watching movies or shows, you hear how words are used in real conversations. This helps you understand how the words fit into sentences and how they are pronounced. You also learn more about the culture and how native speakers use language in everyday situations. Start with simple movies or TV shows that are easy to understand. For example, you can watch children's shows, cartoons, or movies with subtitles in your language or in English. When you hear new words, pay attention to how they are used. After watching a show or movie, write down the words you learned and try to use them in your own sentences. Reading books, magazines, or online articles is also a great way to learn vocabulary. Choose books that are at your level. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Focus on understanding the main ideas. You will naturally learn new words as you read. When you watch movies or read in English, you see the vocabulary in context. This helps you understand the words better and learn how to use them in your own speaking and writing. Remember, the key to learning vocabulary fast is repetition. This means you need to review your new words regularly. You can review your flashcards every day or practice with a friend. The more often you use a word, the more likely it is to stay in your memory. Make it a habit to review your vocabulary every day. You can spend 10 to 15 minutes each day reviewing your words. This small amount of time every day will help you remember the words for a long time. Don't just focus on learning new words. Make sure to review the words you've already learned so you don't forget them. When you review, you keep the words fresh in your memory and get better at using them. Track your progress. To stay motivated, it's important to track your progress. Keep a list of the words you've learned and check them off as you go. You can also write down the number of words you learn each week or month. Seeing your progress will help you stay focused and excited about learning more. Celebrating your small wins is also important. When you learn new words, feel proud of yourself. Every word you learn is one step closer to becoming fluent in English. Set a goal. Setting a goal is an important part of building your vocabulary. When you set a goal, you give yourself something to work toward. For example, you can make a goal to learn 5 new words every day. This is a small goal, but it adds up quickly. If you learn 5 new words every day, in 1 week you'll know 35 new words. In 1 month, you'll have learned 150 new words. Having a daily goal helps you stay focused and motivated. It's easier to stay on track when you know exactly what you want to achieve. A goal also helps you make learning a habit. It's important to make learning vocabulary part of your daily routine. When you set a goal, try to keep it realistic. Learning 5 words a day is a good goal for beginners. If you find that 5 words is too easy or too hard, you can adjust your goal. The important thing is to have a goal that challenges you but is still possible to reach. One of the most important parts of learning vocabulary is reviewing the words you've already learned. It's easy to forget new words if you don't keep practicing them. To make sure you remember the words, you need to review them regularly. You can review your words every day, or at least once a week. The more often you review, the better you will remember the words. For example, at the end of each week, go back and look at the words you learned during the week. Practice them again and try to use them in sentences. You can also use flashcards to review your vocabulary quickly. Don't just focus on learning new words. It's also important to keep practicing the words you already know. This will help you build a stronger vocabulary. As you review, you will notice that some words become easier to remember. This is because repetition helps your brain store the words in long-term memory. Another great way to review is to use the words in conversation. Try to speak with a friend or language partner and use the new words you've learned. The more you practice speaking and using the words, the easier it will be to remember them. You don't have to spend a lot of time reviewing. Even spending 5 to 10 minutes a day on review will help you remember your vocabulary. Remember, small daily reviews are more effective than trying to review everything in one big session. Make it a habit to review your words every day. Building a daily routine is key to learning vocabulary quickly. When you create a routine, learning becomes a regular part of your day. For example, you can set aside 10 to 15 minutes every morning or evening to learn and review new words. This routine will help you stay on track and make learning vocabulary easier. Make your vocabulary practice a fun part of your day. You can use flashcards in the morning while having your coffee, or practice speaking with a friend in the evening. Find a time that works for you and stick with it. The more consistent you are, the faster you will improve. A routine also helps you build good habits. When learning vocabulary becomes part of your daily routine, you won't have to think about it as much. You will just do it automatically, like brushing your teeth. The more you practice, the easier it will get, and soon it will feel natural to learn new words every day. Remember, your routine doesn't have to be long or difficult. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. The important thing is to make it a habit. Stay motivated. Staying motivated is one of the biggest challenges when learning vocabulary. Sometimes it can feel hard to keep going, but setting goals and reviewing regularly will help you stay motivated. It's also helpful to track your progress. Every time you learn new words, check them off a list or mark them on a calendar. This will remind you of how much you've learned and encourage you to keep going. Another way to stay motivated is to make learning fun. You can play vocabulary games, listen to songs in English, or watch your favorite TV shows in English. The more fun you make the process, the more excited you will be to learn. It's also important to be patient with yourself. Learning a language takes time, and it's okay if you don't remember everything right away. Celebrate your small wins. Every new word you learn is a step closer to your goal. Stay positive and keep practicing. Every time you learn a new word, celebrate it. Learning new words is a big achievement. Even though it might feel small at first, each new word you learn brings you closer to your goal. Celebrate these small wins because they are important steps in your learning journey. When you learn a new word, say to yourself, "Great job," or "I'm one step closer to speaking English better." This will help you feel proud of your progress and keep you motivated to continue learning. To see how much progress you're making, it's helpful to track the words you learn. You can use a notebook or an app to keep track of your new words. In your notebook, write down the words, their meanings, and example sentences. You can also use apps like Anki or Quizlet to make flashcards and track your learning. Tracking your words helps you see how much you've learned. When you look back at the list of words you've learned, you will feel proud and motivated. It's like having a map of your progress. You will see how many words you have learned and how much better you're getting at English. This can inspire you to keep learning and improving every day. Conclusion. Quick recap. Let's quickly go over the key steps to build your vocabulary fast. First, remember to learn 5 new words a day. You can start with simple words that you will use often in everyday life. Second, use flashcards to help you remember those words. Don't forget to make sentences with the new words to practice how to use them correctly. You can also practice speaking with a friend or language partner. It will help you remember and use the words better. And lastly, always review what you've learned regularly and track your progress. This will help you stay on track and motivated. Start today. Don't wait. Pick 5 new words and start practicing right now. Even if it's just for a few minutes, the more you practice, the faster you will see results. Remember, learning vocabulary is a journey, and every small step counts. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Tell me 1 new word you've learned today. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You've got this. Daily practice. Try to make learning new words a part of your daily routine. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time. If you stay consistent, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make. Building your vocabulary is all about consistency. Stick to your daily goal of learning 5 new words, and soon you will see how much you've learned. It's the small, consistent efforts that add up to big results. Remember, building your vocabulary is like building a strong foundation for your English skills. The more words you know, the easier it will be to speak, read, and understand English. So keep practicing, enjoy the process, and celebrate your progress along the way.